final shoe for today comes from the N354 pack project from Nike. And these are shoes that Nike made the decision to go into the archives and take old models and adapt them to a project they were creating in 2001 with the Air Mowabb. And the result is actually really nice. All of the shoes are good, kind of casual shoes. Now, the Air Force One type box did not have a stamp. This one does actually have a stamp. So let's get to the front of it and read it off to you. It's the Nike Drop Type LX. Color is Summit White, Black, White. This is a size 9. Style code is AV6697-100. And it does have your QR code and your RFID. I will not scan those today though, but the shoe is only $75, so it's a well-priced shoe. And it fits in the range of the Nike's trying to make a push towards the under 100 market, because Adidas is still gaining ground in the under 100 market. They sell a lot of shoes. Even their NMDs now that are on sale are considered sell-throughs for Adidas because they've been around so long. Even though there's clearance shoes, it's still allowing Adidas to kind of grow in the US, and they're growing because of the under 100 price point. So Nike's really looking at that market and delivering some shoes that are in that price range. I know you guys are like, dude, get on with the shoes. Size 9, women's size 10.5, UPC is 193-145-727-595, and there's a 14 at the end. And we are opening this up, and like I said, there is a QC stamp, and that QC stamp reads 19040801. So that's 19, 04, 08, 19, 04, 08, 19. And this looks like a tennis shoe. So I'm looking inside just to make sure there's no stamp. There is one of those YDM mold desiccant stickers to prevent any kind of moisture for just settling in the shoe and molding the shoe. And I'm going to start with one of the shoes, the right shoe, which has that tag hanging on it that reads N354 captures the innovative nature of Nike while creating a place to test ideas. Let's see if we can get in focus once it stops moving. There we go. Label: collection explores fit and comfort and rethinks convention from the inside out. Risk plus stress for the win. And then you have the drawn Nike swoosh logo, or the one that really looks like a check. And of course, we are big on unfinished surfaces, which the tongue itself, it has that unfinished look around the edge. But this is definitely a court shoe. It's a tennis shoe. So you can see the bumper at the toe and the cup sole, which could be used for skating as well. But this is a tennis shoe, and it has some interesting additions to it. The Air Force One had a strap that came all the way around. This one has an extra piece of rubber on top of the suede, and that extra piece of rubber extends all the way around to the side of the shoe and stops here. And then this toe piece, this basically it's an all rubber toe box, and that prevents your toe from being injured or stepped on. But I would have to assume when you play tennis it would stub it. Basketball shoes used to have this rubber toe box. So court shoes, basketball shoes, tennis shoes were made in a very similar fashion, which makes sense because you're running, stopping, moving side to side, laterally, and things like that. Now, the rest of the shoe is made out of a nylon right there. But this portion of the shoe here, where you find this swoosh, that's suede. And then you have what feels like a sturdy kind of denim cotton right there at the midfoot. And you notice there's no Nike swoosh on the side of it, just the N354 logo. And on the inside of it, once again, we have that recognition that it's basically based on a Nike Air Mowabb. It's the same thing that we had inside of the Air Force One, the exact same thing, right? The heel is a little bit more padded. It's not very well padded, but the small blue strip of leather, you have that drawn on swoosh, right? And I am going to move this up, make sure that's suede where the eyelets are, that's suede around there. I'm going to take this other shoe out, get your 360 in, and wrap it up. Trying to make sure I don't see any other style cues that you should be aware of. It's an interesting looking shoe, man. Now, what I didn't check was, remember when I said that the Air Force One had the strap with what looked like a flywire piece? I think that's there on this as well, because I see something in there that's similar, and I'm just making sure I'm not wrong here. There isn't. There's that's not there. You can just see the red from the inside of the shoe through the hole. So it's not there. I was just making sure. But let's go 360 and wrap this up. The production date, 19, I said 04, 19, 08, 04, 08, 19. Production date, QB, made in China, is 01, 16, 19 to 03, 08, 19, 04, 08, 19. 1 month exactly. So we got our full month for that shoe. And remember, anytime we're having a shoe that's made around Chinese New Year, it's going to have a longer time period for that production date to match up with the QC stamp. So here we go. Always good to see these shoes and get a little bit of information for it. And you can't see anything there because I have that in the way. But that's it. That's the drop type. It's a court shoe, but it's made for fashion, and I'm making boxes fall and stuff like that. And I really have to get to work. So let's get this out of the way, move on, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.